Hey everybody, and welcome to the Bullring presented by HMS Motorsports. I'm Alan Dietz, joined by Jess, Ballard. As always, got a great show for you today. We talked to Tom Majeski, as well as Joe Gentry, Marty Mello from Pepperjack Kennels, Hunter Weaver, and we check in with Matt Weaver about all these big short track races that we've got coming up. And it's really your favorite time of year.
It's everyone's favorite time of year, but it's also the most chaotic because you got the holidays and then you got all these big races. It's a lot, but we're very lucky that we get to experience our sport all year round.
Well, listen, in December, we'll have the Snowball Derby coverage. We'll have our short track awards. We'll have the Kawiki Driver Development Banquet. And on top of that, and on top of Christmas, I have my anniversary on December the 9th and my son Hampton's birthday on December the 30th.
Aw. And then race season starts back up, so you have no downtime.
Well, my wife really has no downtime. I have some, but it's pretty rough on her. You know what? We actually had some racing here on Racing America this past weekend, so why do I have to do
every
this
single
every week?
week? What do we... The highlights?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do the highlights.
All right, let's do the highlights. Well, on Saturday, we were at Citrus County Speedway down in Florida. Mike Bresnahan was the winner there. Jared Irvin took another championship for him at Citrus County Speedway. Carolina Pro Late Models were in action at Hickory Motor Speedway. Caden Quapple was the winner, and Josh Lauder came home with the championship. I, along with the SCDRA Sport Compacts, were at Lakeview Motor Speedway on the dirt, or should I say mud, because it was really wet after a wet week. Shannon Weaver was the winner of their big $2,500 to win race. At Mobile International Speedway, the Advanced Auto Parts Pro Trucks were in action. Dustin Smith took the win, and Pro Late Models were also racing. Grant Thompson took the checkered flag in the Pro Late Models.
Let me explain myself. For some reason in Chemo Brain, previews and highlights, those two terms are interchangeable, but they're not really.
No.
They mean the opposite.
They actually mean the opposite.
And so the preview will be at the end of the show.
The preview will be at the end of the show, and that will be what we'll have on Race America this weekend. And we're going to have some special insight from Jess, just to give you a little teaser, some inside knowledge of the Miss Snowball pageant, which you'll be able to see Friday right here on Racing America. And on Jess's Twitter, you'll get her inside, unadulterated, uncensored commentary on what she thinks about the Miss Snowball Derby pageant. She is always our Miss Snowball Derby.
Thank you for saying that.
And you're definitely Travis's Miss Snowball Derby.
Thank you for saying that.
Because you're in all the videos putting the name on the trophy. And,
that's right.
And that deal. So
that was my proudest moment.
Yep, you got that going for you.
No
all right.
crown.
Yeah. When we come back, a guy that I think all of us are pretty proud of, Tom Majeski, had a great year in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series this year. He's going to be at the Bill Bigley Memorial and the Snowball Derby here on Racing America. He's going to be here on the Bullring when we come back.
The 55th Annual Snowball Derby at Five Flags Speedway.
The bumper is Georgia loose.
It's the pavement every driver wants to race. 300 laps. Only one driver can take home the title. Don't miss your chance to watch history. Only on Racing America at racingamerica.com.
PFC Brakes has more championships than any other, and now they're on every champion's car as the official brake provider for the Camping World SRX Series. Remember, PFC Brakes. The secret is it's quicker.
Get crafts, sporting goods, restaurants, and the future of NASCAR all from your neighborhood. DoorDash.
HMS Motorsport is the leader in motorsport safety and the exclusive importer for Schroth belts and Schubert helmets. When risk is around every corner, let our experts help you select the best harness belts, head restraints, helmets, and racing attire for your type of racing. Don't make safety an afterthought. We have 25 years of experience of educating our customers on all aspects of driver safety and providing the most advanced driver safety products to NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and sport cars. Visit our stores in Mooresville, North Carolina, or Danvers, Massachusetts, or check us out online at hmsmotorsports.com to learn the details of our products and, of course, order online.
I'm Ty Majeski, and you're watching Racing America.
Well, our first guest this afternoon on the Bullring, presented by HMS Motorsport, a guy we know well here on the Bullring. For a while, he was a co-host. We had him on so much. That's Ty Majeski. And Ty, first off, congratulations on a heck of a Truck Series year. I know we were all pulling for you at Phoenix, and it didn't quite go your way, but you got to be thrilled with the way things ended up turning out in the truck this year.
Yeah, no doubt. I knew the potential was there for us to have that type of season, but I don't think maybe a lot of people thought that. So it was awesome to just continually get better throughout the entire season and keep building on such a great program. And, we made ourselves championship contenders by the end of the season, and that was our goal when the season started. And it was cool to get a couple of victories late in the season and looking forward to carrying that momentum into next.
I know this is a short track racing show, and we'll get to that, but we love to see drivers such as yourself come up through the ranks. We talk to you guys on the Bullring, we see you run these big shows, and then you make it to the next level, to NASCAR on that national stage. And I'm sure you've spent a lot of time reflecting on what that means to represent, these guys that we watch race at the local tracks on Saturdays and Sundays. And just what does that feel like to be one of the ones that made it?
It's there's a lot of gratitude to it, of course. I think for me, it's even more special given the way that I've done it. And I think, there's a couple guys that probably fall into that category too. I know Josh Berry is one of them, and the path isn't always easy, right? We don't have the money to go and pave that path for ourselves, and we've had to do it by winning short track races and setting ourselves apart in other ways other than from a financial standpoint. So it's been a dream come true for me, and looking back at the success I've had on the short track level and seeing it pay off. Josh and I are old now. I think he's in his low 30s and I'm 28. So
oh yeah, you're really old, man.
I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
And the path isn't always easy, and it can sometimes take some time. But if the work ethic is there and you get in the right opportunity at the right time, it can be fruitful. So just glad to give hope to the short track guys out there. You can still make it on results. It's just got to be the right timing and be at the right place with the right people.
Now, are you still having to work on the truck, or have they relieved you of those duties?
I'm relieved a little bit, but honestly, I like doing it. So it's not a requirement for me to be here anymore, but I'm here right now at working with the guys, getting the off season started before we go down to snowball, of course. So I don't have to be here, but I feel like myself being here really was a big part of our success. It just shortened that learning curve for Joe and I, Joe Shear, my crew chief, just, shorten that time it took for us to really spark our relationship and spark our team into providing results. So I don't want any of that to go away. So I'm still going to be here quite often, or as much as I need to be to keep our program rolling at the capacity it is right now.
Well, let's talk about the serious stuff now, and that's what's coming up here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll go in order. I'll first ask you about the Bigley Memorial coming up at 417. You set a track record there last year in your first time there. got taken out, I think, on the first lap. So for you, is there some unfinished business there, you feel like?
Yeah, definitely. Anytime you go to a place and have a really good car and you don't end up even getting to see the race through, you want to go back there and try and finish the job. So I feel like we obviously have a good package going back there. We learned a lot on the American Racer tire, which is a lot different from the Hoosiers that we're all accustomed to in super late model racing. So have a good baseline, have an idea of what to expect, and hopefully we'll have a little bit better package there, or a little bit better of a package there than we had last year. I think we've hit on some stuff throughout the late model season up in the Midwest, and hopefully it gives us a little bit more speed at 417 this year.
Now, looking even further ahead to the Snowball Derby, I feel like even being a past winner and even having a strong season, it doesn't really guarantee anything come December because so many things have to go right in order to win that race. I think you would agree. So what are your expectations going into the 2022 Derby?
Yeah, you said it. I always say you can't ever be fast enough to win the Snowball Derby. There's so many other things that need to go your way. It's so rare that the fastest car actually wins the race. I feel like we've had the fastest car in probably 15, 18, and 19, and we didn't win any of them. And then we ended up winning in 2020 where we probably had, a second or a third place car. So you just got to be in position to give yourself a shot at the end of the race. And, you set your car up all week long for long runs, but the snowball always comes down to a 20-lap dash. So you need to have a good long run car to give yourself track position and then know what you need to do to your car when that last pit stop for a 20, 25 lap dash at the end. So it's a different type of race to prepare for. But like you said, you just never know what you're going to have when you get down there, and hope you brought a good package with a good setup in it and a good race car. And that obviously makes your week go a lot easier.
Well, Ty, I appreciate you joining us again. Very happy and proud for the season that you've had, and we look forward to seeing you here in these last couple of races for the year.
I appreciate it. I'm excited for it. Always fun to come back and run late model races, especially the Snowball Derby. So we're excited to make the Florida swing to 417 and then Pensacola. So it should be a good couple of weeks here.
Thanks again. Appreciate
it, guys. Thank you.
All right, that's Ty Majeski. Remember, get out to 417 or Five Flags for the Snowball Derby. If you can't, you can watch both on Racing America. When we come back, we're going to talk to Joe Gentry of 417 Southern Speedway, get his thoughts here leading to the Bigley Memorial.
What creates a winning combination? Quality, focus, discipline, and most importantly, speed. At Pepperjack Kennels, we provide exceptional water and land training services for hardworking retrievers. From leading in the field to leading on the track, together we establish winning dogs and a winning team. Devoted to retrievers and motorsports, we are Pepperjack Kennels. Visit us online to learn more.
5-star bodies, the most advanced bodies on the market, aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looked so good. Faster, lighter, stronger, better. 5-star.
Race fans, it is time for the 2022 Bill Bigley Senior Memorial 128 from 417 Southern Speedway. Saturday, November 26th, live on Racing America. Watch the best super late model drivers from the state of Florida and around the country battle side by side for 128 laps and a $30,000 payday. You can check out all the racing action live on Racing America.
Short track racing is the grassroots. That's where NASCAR started. That's where it is all about. That's where if you want to make it into the Cup level, that's it. And I also think as a race fan, having local races, right? Cup and NASCAR, may not come to your town every single week. We just don't. But there's those local tracks, if you're a race fan, you can go to every Saturday night or Sunday or whenever they race. And that's a great way to get your dose of racing that I feel like everyone needs to have. So I've always loved it. You know, on an off weekend, I still want to go to, you know, Hickory or somewhere local around here to watch a late model race or a mini stock race or whatever they're doing. It's usually a lot of fun to watch and see.
Well, we're glad to have you back here with us on the Bullring, presented by HMS Motorsport. Alan and Jess here with you this afternoon, being joined by a guy who has been awfully busy, much for the wrong reasons, but looking forward to the race coming up at 417 Southern Speedway for the Bill Bigley Memorial, and we will have it again here on Racing America. Joe Gentry joining us now, and I say busy for all the wrong reasons. You guys got absolutely hammered by Hurricane Ian. So first off, what have you been dealing with, and how are you guys doing now?
Well, it's it's been a pretty hectic couple weeks. When we went to the facility the next day, it was pretty much pretty much leveled out for the most part. The buildings and stuff were all blown over, the trailers and stuff, and so we had a little bit of dilemma there to figure out what we had to do to get the surface and the facility up and running to finish out the year, especially this Bigley race, because I know it's really important to a lot of people, including myself. So we had a bunch of group of guys that came in, and they organized the cleanup process, and they got it started while we were getting our houses and stuff together. And so for the first week, my employees, my drivers, and friends, and just the community and everybody just reached out, and there's people working their tails off there for the first week, and just clearing up buildings and stuff, and getting the facility ready, getting the fence, make sure the fences were all secure and stuff like that. Security fence came in, and they got all straps back on the fence and stuff. And Chris Foley came in with their company, and they came in with a bunch of equipment and stuff, and we got the property cleaned up. So it's we were racing within 2 weeks, and we've been racing now for 3 weeks. Still a lot of work that needs to be done, but it's be ready for.
I think that's just a testament to how strong the racing community is. I mean, especially in your neck of the woods, to have destruction like that and then get back racing so quickly. And, you know, the racing community is obviously looking forward to this event. And I think that coming together after what's happened is going to make it that much more special. So what are your expectations coming up for this Bigley race?
I expect the same amount of cars as last year. I expect Ty Majeski and the rest of them guys that are coming down to have a good time, good clean race, and some of these southern guys that are used to racing with here and there. But on this big race, I think they're going to all bring their A game for the money, and I think it's going to be super tight race. Every year we've had photo finishes, and so close in times, between these cars. It's super tight field, so anybody can win it.
Again, it'll be the Bill Bigley Senior Memorial coming up at 417 Southern Speedway. Thanksgiving weekend, that'll be Saturday, November the 26th, $30,000 to win. You heard me correct, $30,000 to win. And, Joe, I wouldn't be surprised if you had a few more cars than what you had last year. I mean, this race has really gotten a lot of folks' attention here in the last couple of years. Last year was the first year I went down there. I loved the racetrack. And the thing I like the most about this race is it's only 128 laps. So you only have so far that you can get spread out in this race, and you can't really hold back a whole heck of a lot.
No, the guys that if they need to get up there and stay up there. A lot of these guys are just good race car drivers. They're not professional NASCAR guys or nothing. Some are, some aren't, but the talent, local talent, just talent around Florida, talent coming out of Wisconsin. These guys are just as good as anybody out there. Like I said, they work hard at what they do and they play hard. And like I said, I think they're going to race hard and race clean to get the money.
Really quick, there's been some question about the future of the racetrack. Is there anything you can update about that?
Yeah, we can give you a little bit of an update. There's 3 people bidding on it. Right, we'll find out Thursday. We have a meeting with the airport authority to figure out what's going to happen with it. So the other party that's interested in it, they own racetracks now, Moto Brothers, and they're interested in keeping the track going and stuff like that. So So hopefully the future will be bright for the racetrack, whether we're there or not. And, we did this for the community. So hopefully the community will keep going with a different owner if it happens to go that way, or if we end up being not part of it. But until then, it's just business as normal. We put a ton of money in the track, getting it back ready for this race and finish out the year strong. Really hasn't deterred us any, the least thing. It's on everybody's mind, but it's just business as normal for us. We have some other options with the other bidders. So hopefully, like I said, if we don't end up with the quote, the Moto Brothers will, and they're going to continue the racetrack going. They said they're interested in it. And so hopefully it'll maintain its stability and doing good. And, we'll still have another racetrack to race on.
Well, Joe, good luck on that. Congratulations on the effort that you guys have put into this race. And we look forward to seeing it here in a little over a week.
Yeah, hopefully, on a positive note, a lot of people ask about tires. I just got off the phone with AR before you guys had me on, and I'm getting my tire delivery next week. So, American Race Tires, they've came through every year for us. So, kudos to them. Thank you again. That's a huge concern for everybody. Every year is tires. Tires, they're here. They'll be here Monday. Everything I ordered's here. The amount's here. They didn't short me on one tire. So, those guys, they're godsend for tires, and getting it done for the racetracks around Florida in 417. So Ray Cook and American Race, thank you.
Thanks, Joe, for joining us.
Okay, guys, be safe, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.
All righty, that's Joe Gentry with 417 Southern Speedway. We come back, we'll talk to Marty Mello and the folks from Pepperjack Kennels.
Every legend has a story. Every story a hero. Before their destinies were written, they raced here in the Snowball Derby. Busch, Elliott, Waltrip, Earnhardt, Wallace, and Ballard, modern-day legends of racing. This year, who will history smile upon? The most prestigious short-track race in America takes place December 1st through 4th at Five Flags Speedway. For event information, visit snowballderby.com. Legends start here.
Communication is key in the racing world. When it comes to at-the-track communications, there is only one place to call. Racing Electronics is the #1 source for professional race communications worldwide. Over 20 years in the business proves their dedication to the sport. With every driver and crew communication, two-way radios and headsets, scanners and more, Racing Electronics is a one-stop communication source for all your motorsports needs. Before the green flag flies, make sure you have all your team communication gear from Racing Electronics. Stop by and see a Racing Electronics representative at the track near you. Visit their showroom in Concord, North Carolina, or order online at racingelectronics.com.
It's race time on Short Track America.
Dirt or pavement, from east to west,
Short Track America features some of the biggest grassroots races around the country. Super late models to street stock racing. If it's on a half-mile or smaller track, it's on Short Track America. On MAV TV, Motorsports Network.
HMS Motorsport is the leader in motorsport safety and the exclusive importer for Schroth belts and Schubert helmets. When risk is around every corner, let our experts help you select the best harness belts, head restraints, helmets, and racing attire for your type of racing. Don't make safety an afterthought. We have 25 years of experience of educating our customers on all aspects of driver safety and providing the most advanced driver safety products to NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and sport cars. Visit our stores in Mooresville, North Carolina, or Danvers, Massachusetts, or check us out online at hmsmotorsports.com to learn the details of our products and, of course, order online.
Hi, I'm Eric Jones, and you're watching Racing America.
Welcome back to the Bullring, presented by HMS Motorsports. I'm Alan Dietz. She's Jess Ballard. People get us confused, but I just want to make sure you guys knew who we were. And I'll tell you, one guy we've got to know here over the last few years is Marty Mello. His wife Misty and all the folks at Pepperjack Kennels have really come on board in a big way over the last year in short track racing. First off, Marty, thanks for joining us, and we've got this big snowball derby here right around the corner now.
Yeah, we do. It's coming up on us pretty fast. We've actually been planning the entire year for it, but you know how that goes. Everyone involved, it really ramps up. It seems like the last 3 weeks or so here. So we think we have everything ready to go. And like I was telling you, we'll be down there for about 2 weeks this year, and we're looking forward to it.
Marty, I just want to say thank you for all of the support that Pepperjack Kennels provides for short track racing in so many different ways. It's really great to see, companies such as yourself get involved. And not only that, but you guys do it in such a fun way. And like you mentioned, you're going to be spending 2 weeks in Pensacola coming up. So tell us what you guys are doing while you're down there and what we have in store for the 2022 Derby.
Yeah, well, thank you, first of all. We do our best. It's a work in progress in grassroots, as you know, and our involvement with Derek Thorne, obviously, and a couple other drivers out there. And then we've kind of moved to that track setting also. But we're really just trying to enhance the experience of the fans and our sponsors and partners, really, that help us get the team to the track. So we're going to be down there. It's a pretty full week for us. A lot of preparation stuff. I know we have some driver appearances and car appearances at the Tool Shack's facility there in Gulf Breeze on Tuesday. I believe Derek Thorne and Connor Jones will be there with that, and some radio and TV stuff coming in. Wednesday, of course, is the Pepperjack Kennels Green Flag Party presented by the Tool Shack with the Vandaliers coming in. They're a really good band, and Colton Wright and Regina worked real hard to get them in from the music industry for that, for everyone to have fun. That's a free concert.
Yep, and that's when the drivers will actually draw for their qualifying positions for the Snowball Derby, and it's so important where you draw for that. And then we're going to have the Vandaliers on top of that. Again, all of that will be on Racing America.
Yeah, that's good. And then, we'll roll into the Derby week. Obviously, Racing America is busy doing all the things they do, and well, we roll into pole night, and we have what's called the Pepperjack Kennels Club. It's a party deck down in Turn 4 that we've done some revamping, remodeling on out through the year. We have about 125 people coming in for this from across the country, family, friends, partners, of not only Derek's, but also Pepperjack Kennels and the Tool Shack. So they'll be fully catered, and we'll be having some fun up there starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday's really exciting. We were able to get Leah Marlene to come in. She was American Idol finalist last year, and she's doing the pre-race concert, which will actually be an acoustic set, and that'll be in the Hooters fan club tent there around the Midway at 11 a.m. on Sunday, and then she'll be involved up on our party deck and also for some pre-race stuff.
Well, I think that's great, and we're looking forward to it, and appreciate all your hard work in making that happen. Now, of course, that stuff's great, but the race is what's important. And I think Derek Thorne's led about 3,000 laps in the last 2 years, but he still hadn't had a chance to win. Can he get it done this year, you think?
Yeah, I think you can. I think he's shown that he can get it done. It's a lot of this racing's luck and how it lines up at the end there, and that's been discussed, heavily this year of what position, if he's going to change anything. I don't know. Does he want to be out front last 10 to go? That's him and Mike have the strategies in place. But yeah, I think he can get it done. He's proved that. He's a great talent. If we get the luck on our side, I think hopefully he can bring home the trophy this year, and he's deserving of it, as there's so many down there that come and compete. But the ultimate goal is to get in the show with both our drivers, the 43 car with Campbell Motorsports, and also we'll be supporting the 44 car of Connor Jones from RNS Race Cars this year. So he's a rookie. Hopefully he gets in and Derek does his thing and we have a good time, good showing.
Well, it's been a big year or so for you guys here in short track racing. I know you got a lot of big plans for 2023, so we will have you on in 2023 early on to tell us about some of those plans, and we look forward to seeing you down at Five Flags here in a couple of weeks.
That sounds good, Alan. Thanks, Jess. I appreciate everything you guys do. Also, your involvement and getting the TV out there and all the other things behind the scenes that we're involved in. We really appreciate. And big shout out to Five Flags Speedway down there. They're working hard right now to get everything in place, and everyone have safe travels, and we'll see everyone down there.
Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. That's Marty Mello with Pepperjack Kennels talking about the fan zone. You'll actually be doing a couple of bull rings there Thursday and Friday. So that's going to be fun, and folks can come out to the Hooters fan zone and join us for that. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of these big races coming up with Racing America's Matt Weaver. He'll join us after this.
Sunday, December 4th at the 55th Snowball Derby. Singer-songwriter Leah Marlene live in the Hooters Fan Zone at 11 a.m. Presented by Pepperjack Kennels and The Tool Shack. Star of Season 20 of American Idol performing live at the biggest super late model race in the world in a special acoustic set. Don't miss Leah Marlene live at Five Flags Speedway.
Welcome to Raceface Digital Collectible Cards. Are you a driver or a team looking to expand your brand? Want to connect with your fans, give sponsors more exposure, and earn income from all card sales? Then Raceface Digital has you covered. Digitize your brand with 5 different collectible cards. Enrollment is now open to all drivers and all series. Visit racefacedigital.com today and use invite code RA1.
Get crafts, sporting goods, restaurants, and the future of NASCAR all from your neighborhood. DoorDash.
Welcome to the new home for race fans, Racing America. Live short track racing. Exclusive team content.
Any NASCAR fan is really a short track fan at heart.
Behind the scenes access. From grassroots to NASCAR, join us at the home for race fans everywhere. Racing America, it's in our DNA.
Rhino Classifieds is an online classifieds platform built for racers and race fans. Rhino makes finding parts, trailers, and specialty vehicles easy. Posting is free. Signing up is free. That's a lot of free. So jump in and join the most streamlined motorsports-focused classifieds out there at rhino.co. That's RYNO.co.
Well, it's that time now for Weaver's World as we check in with Matt Weaver. You like that?
I think it's cute.
Matt Weaver, our Racing America editor-in-chief, joining us now. And Matt, we've got all this Cup Championship stuff out of the way now. Joey Logano, the champion. Couple of huge weeks here in late model racing to kind of round the season out. And want to start with the late model stock races. Dale Jr. returning to Florence Motor Speedway coming up this weekend for the South Carolina 400. Then you follow it right back up with the Thanksgiving Classic at Southern National, $50,000 going to the winner. I mean, these late model stock guys, they got a lot of money on the line here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I really enjoy this time of the year just because, listen, I love NASCAR and I love the Cup Series and I love what I do on Sundays. But this is a really cool part of the year because both the late model stocks and the super late guys and pro late guys at the Derby, it's kind of their time to shine, right? I mean, we go through the entire summer and, Saturdays kind of take a backseat to Sunday a little bit. There's always an interest in short track racing, but there seems like there's an extra appetite right now. There's a lot of enthusiasm for stock car racing in general. And listen, if you have that momentum and that enthusiasm coming off of Phoenix and you want to take it somewhere, we had Hickory last weekend, Dale Jr.'s running at Florence, $50,000 to win at Southern National, the Snowball Derby, and we all know what that entails. So it's just a cool time for me to be able to go all in on short track racing and be able to not be distracted by the NASCAR stuff. And it's a good opportunity for short track racing to really embrace NASCAR fans too, who are looking for that itch after Phoenix.
Yeah, I think, we always joke that there's not really an off season. And as race fans, we're spoiled because there is always something going on, it seems like, even in the off season. But it does feel a little different this year with that level of enthusiasm, like you mentioned. With late model stocks, they've had a huge season and there's just a lot of excitement on where those guys are going to be in 2023. And then, of course, the Snowball Derby and the interest with the National Super Late Model Tour. So it does feel even a little busier than normal, I feel like. And to me, that's really exciting. So we also have the Bigley Memorial coming up and the Snowball Derby, of course. We talked to Ty earlier about how no matter how strong of a season you have, it doesn't really mean anything when it comes early December and you go down to Pensacola. It's really anyone's race if you're there at the end. So I want to ask you if you have any predictions for the Snowball Derby,
no.
But that kind of just feels like a silly question.
Yeah, I've said it all summer that I feel like it's, Donnie Wilson Motorsports versus the world. And I've been looking forward to the Derby all year because we've had this narrative that, the 22, the 2, all those Wilson cars, right? The 24, they all show up and it's like, draw a name out of the hat, which one of those guys are going to win. And everyone brings their best piece for the Derby. And with all the all the practice and all the testing, everyone's going to have so much data by the time we get to, qualifying on Friday and then happy hour on Saturday and the race on Sunday. And I have just been so intrigued to see, Derek Thorne and Mike Keene are going to bring a really good piece and they're out for revenge, right? And having Chandler Smith now with Anthony Campy, that's going to be an interesting story. You've got Steven and you've got Bubba, and there are just so many interesting challengers. Hunter Robbins winning the Southern Super Series championship this year and finally winning a race at Pensacola too. They're going to be strong. And so I have no predictions because I think that's the beauty of the race, especially heading into race week here in a couple of weeks, is you can make an argument 20, 30 deep under the right circumstances. I mean, better than anyone, right, Jess? The year that Travis won, all the circumstances that went into that. He was involved in a crash, 10 laps before the finish. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of things that went into that as well. So just, I think there are so many good storylines heading into the Derby this year, and that is the beauty of it.
Well, it's so strong. You got Eric Jones coming back looking for another win. William Byron, who's who's been so good this year. Chandler Smith, Ty Majeski out of the Truck Series. I'm sure there'll be some other surprises there. But
we broke the news on Racing America, Noah.
Yeah, that's right. Noah Gregson coming back trying to win another one. But I don't think we can underestimate what Stephen Nasse could accomplish if he wins this race. To me, it's the equivalent of that old Winston Me and that Bill Elliott and Jeff Gordon won, where you won 3 of the big 4. I mean, nobody has ever won Winchester, Nashville, and the Derby in the same year, and I think he's got as good a shot as anybody to actually do it.
I do too, but again, right? It's like you can make that case for a lot of different people, and they've really come on strong here the second half of the year. Let's not forget they've had a lot of changes to their program and their team. Teaming back up with Jet, and his dad is now taking over as crew chief, and it took them a while to kind of get back into that rhythm once they kind of separated from Chris Cater. And they've got really good stuff, and it's just a matter of refining and finding a package that works for you at all these different racetracks. The one thing that I do think works in their favor is that Winchester and Nashville and Pensacola, the common denominator is these are super fast, high speed racetracks, very downforce centric. And if you have something that works at Winchester, that works at Nashville, it's probably going to work at Pensacola too. But again, there's 30 deep teams that can make that same argument as well.
Well, Matt, I know we'll be looking forward to your coverage this weekend at Florence. Just think when you're there that little Alan Dietz was there in the 80s when it was dirt, and back in the 90s, like you were at Mobile, that was my place. And I think you're going to see a heck of a race there this weekend.
I agree. Good talking to you guys, and we'll do it next week.
All right, that's Matt Weaver. When we come back, we're going to talk to another Weaver. I don't think they're related. That's Hunter Weaver with the Blue Ridge Outlaw Late Models as we get ready for the season finale at Lakeview here on Racing America this weekend.
HMS Motorsport is the leader in motorsport safety and the exclusive importer for Schroth belts and Schubert helmets. When risk is around every corner, let our experts help you select the best harness belts, head restraints, helmets, and racing attire for your type of racing. Don't make safety an afterthought. We have 25 years of experience of educating our customers on all aspects of driver safety and providing the most advanced driver safety products to NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and sport cars. Visit our stores in Mooresville, North Carolina, or Danvers, Massachusetts, or check us out online at hmsmotorsports.com to learn the details of our products and, of course, order online.
PB Blaster busts the toughest rust anywhere it's found.
That's what I'm talking about.
Penetrate tough rust with complete control.
That's right, baby.
PB Blaster. Don't bust your knuckles, bust your nuts.
Get some.
Get up on your feet, race fans.
The 55th Annual Snowball Derby at Five Flags Speedway. Don't miss your chance to watch history. Only on Racing America at racingamerica.com.
Well, one of the races you'll be able to watch this weekend on Racing America will be the season finale at Lakeview Motor Speedway, featuring the Blue Ridge Outlaw late models. They'll be racing for $3,000 to win, and the American Racer 602 Modifieds. Joining us now, one of the voices of the Blue Ridge Outlaws, that is Hunter Weaver. Hunter, thanks for joining us today, and looks like it's setting up to be a pretty big weekend of racing at Lakeview.
It sure is, and to be honest with you, this is probably it ends up being one of our biggest events of the year, and we always have a good crowd of cars. Great talent shows up in the field, and like Dustin Mitchell last year showed up and won both events last year. Not sure if he's coming this year or not, but regardless, there is going to be quality in the field no matter what. And the drivers that have already confirmed, they're a great group of guys that have already kind of shown their interest. They're going to be there racing with us this weekend, and the modifieds, I also announced those as well. That's our sister series, so that'll be the first time for those guys to tackle the track versus the Lakeview weekly regulars. So it's going to be an awesome show for the race fans, for the late models and our modifieds with our traveling touring guys versus the weekly Lakeview competitors. So it's sure to be a great weekend of racing at Lakeview Motor Speedway.
Well, it's always good to end the season with a big event like that. So can you kind of give us a recap for the fans that maybe don't follow your series or dirt at all? Talk us through how the season's gone and just the tracks that you race at, and give us a synopsis.
Some of the tracks that we've ran at, we've ran East Lincoln Motor Speedway, Carolina Speedway, With Raceway in Virginia, Cherokee Speedway, Harris. We ran Travers Rest last weekend, Sumter Speedway. Let's see, just going through, there's a lot of different tracks that run. Lancaster Speedway. We always go to one time a year to Brasstown, North Carolina, Tri-County Racetrack on the western coast on the western side of North Carolina. Just some of those tracks there that we go to, and we've had, I believe, 11 or 12 different winners on the season. Matthew Nance has dominated pretty much all season, and this is the Lakeview. This is the championship event for our Shootout Series campaign, and he looks to complete that this weekend and grab that championship. So Lakeview, this is the next to last race overall for the season, and East Lincoln will be Thanksgiving weekend for it's a Donald Link Memorial Race, Thanksgiving Thunder weekend up there. And that'll be concluding the regular season points championship as well. But Matthew Nance has won, I believe, 8 events this season. He dominated a lot this year, winning a couple of races up at With. We've had drivers such as Timbo Mangum's won with us. Dino Long has visited Victory Lane as well, and he'll be at Lakeview this weekend. He'll be there this week. Scott Shirey, one of the drivers following the tour. 2 wins this season to his credit. David Payne at Tri-County. There's a lot of different winners. We've added some brand new winners to the resume this year as well. Alex Hendren picking up the Buddy Smith Memorial win at Carolina, which it was the highest paying race that has ever been won by anybody in the series, and it was Alex's first win all across the board, no matter in any form of racing. Jesse Rocket grabbed his first late model win at Fall Brawl at East Lincoln about a month or so ago. This second half, it's pretty amazing. And with the way the tire rule, we switched the tire rule this year, and it took a little while to get some momentum going, but once it started building up, it's been an incredible second half of 2022. And Lakeview, it's always a great show anytime we roll in down there, and it looks to be no different this weekend.
Well, we look forward to it, Hunter. I always love these Blue Ridge Outlaw races, and can't wait to see you and see these cars again here on Racing America.
Oh, for sure. It's always a pleasure to come down there. We've had some awesome races down there in the past. Always been a great car count, no matter what the circumstance is. And it sure looks to be no different this weekend. And I also announced the American Racer Modifieds, and those modified races have been absolutely incredible. No matter where we've been, we took them to Brasstown earlier this year, and that was a great 3-car battle for the lead the whole race. And it was there was kind of some skeptics about allowing the Hoosier G60. So, and just to give you a little background on that, if you're a first time racer, if you're showing up for the first time, you have 2 races to compete on the Hoosier G60, and after 2 times, if you want to come race again, you have to get the American Racer Mod 3 tires, and many guys, it's surprising, it's one of those things to where and there's a lot of guys that come run and they ended up saying that the American Racer the Mod 3 tire is a little bit better than the G60 Hoosier tire that they have to run in the crate modified. So, it evens out the playing field a lot. And there's only been really one driver that's ran with the Hoosier G60 tire that was outrunning the American Racer tire, which was at Harris one time with Grayson Keating leading, but he ended up having some brake issues while leading that night. But it's been an interesting combination and see how that's unfolded this year. And we've had a lot of different drivers run, and a lot are planning to run full-time with us in 2023.
Well, we're looking forward to it, Hunter. I appreciate you joining us today, and we'll see you on Saturday at Lakeview.
Sounds great, Alan.
All right, that's Hunter Weaver with the Blue Ridge Outlaw Late Models. When we come back, we'll preview Lakeview and everything else here on Racing America this weekend.
Welcome to the new home for race fans, Racing America. Live short track racing. Exclusive team content.
I bet. That's what they all say. Any NASCAR fan is really a short track fan at heart.
Behind the scenes access. From grassroots to NASCAR, join us at the home for race fans everywhere. Racing America, it's in our DNA.
SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel are your all-inclusive motorsports warehouses with more than 450 product lines. They have everything to put you in victory lane, from professional racing to street performance. SRI and Stock Car Steel have you covered with leading brands as well as a large selection of steel, aluminum, and plastics. With locations in North Carolina and Indiana, access has never been easier. SRI has the world's largest inventory of used parts. SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, your one-stop shops for everything racing.
Race fans, it is time for the 2022 Bill Bigley Senior Memorial 128 from 417 Southern Speedway. Saturday, November 26th, live on Racing America. Watch the best super late model drivers from the state of Florida and around the country battle side by side for 128 laps and a $30,000 payday. You can check out all the racing action live on Racing America.
Cirque Motorsport has been providing industry-leading cleaning and analysis for heat exchangers for over 15 years. Now that same technology is here in the U.S., tailored to your specific competitive needs for every racing market.
The only 100% certain way to know that your cooler is clean.
Go to CirqueMotorsport.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more details on how we can help you gain Cirque speed.
Well, it's going to be another great weekend of programming here on Racing America, and I'm actually going to work backwards for good reason and tell you about a few things that we're going to have here on Racing America. Really glad that next weekend we're going to have the Turkey Derby for you from Wall Stadium. Really, I think the last big race up in the Northeast, and seeing those tour-type modifieds on that short track at Wall Stadium, always exciting, and can't wait to bring that to you here next week.
Yeah, we talk a lot about the big super late model races, but there's really all kinds of big races for all kinds of different series, all kinds of different cars going on. I'm looking forward to that one too.
On Saturday, I will be at Lakeview Motor Speedway. As we've mentioned, the Blue Ridge Outlaw Late Models will be there racing for $3,000 to win, along with their companion series, the American Racer 602 Modifieds. plus double points for all Lakeview's local divisions. You'll be able to catch that here. Also on Saturday, the Five Flags Derby preview, and it may be the only practice session in racing where if you end up having a fast time in your respective division, you end up getting some bonus money.
Is that the first year they've done that?
Mm-mm.
They've been, oh, well.
No,
I've never been to that practice session. So yeah, that is Snowball Derby's unique in so many ways, but I think that's super fun.
Yeah, they already some teams have been there testing. This is one that is open to everybody through the racetrack. This one put on by the racetrack, and then I know, as you know, there'll be teams testing, even the week and days leading up to when the track gets open for the Snowball Derby too.
Right, which is incredible because there's so much practice at the event the week of the Derby, and then so many opportunities to test. It just really is a testament to how many laps you need to prepare for that event.
And it still doesn't seem like you have enough.
No, never.
It's like Ty Majeski said, you go there and you practice and you do all these long runs, and then it comes down to a 20-lap run at the end of the race. And
yeah, you could show up for every practice session, every open test. Doesn't mean much.
No, as long as you've got that bumper reinforced for that last 20-lap segment, then you should be fine. And most importantly, since we're working backwards, on Friday, once again, Racing America will bring you exclusive coverage of the Miss Snowball Derby pageant from downtown Pensacola, Florida. Jess, what goes through the ladies' minds as they prepare for possibly winning this and all the work and stuff that goes with that from the time you win it until you give up that crown at the next pageant?
It really depends on the contestant. If you're absolutely insane like I am, it's the most prestigious event I will ever participate in my entire life.
Was it bigger for you than Travis winning the Snowball Derby?
1,000%. 1,000%.
You would have been a great representative.
Thank you. The pageant itself. Okay, first of all, every big event, in my opinion, every big race should have a pageant.
Yes.
They should have a victory lane girl, whatever you want to call them.
In South Carolina, the Miss Southern 500 pageant was huge, and Miss Southern 500 still represents South Carolina in the Miss South Carolina pageant.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anyway, big races, you need to get with it. This pageant is amazing, and it's the same week as the test that we were just talking about. So people are already there. People come out and support. It's an opportunity for the ladies to be the center of attention.
And not only beauty, but talent. And I think talent is where you have lacked in your...
There is not a talent section.
Oh, there isn't?
No. There's casual wear, formal wear, and then the top 5, at least in the past, are
and the
interviewed.
Casual, some of the casual is...
Sometimes we get fire suits.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's quite the production. And then to be crowned Miss Snowball Derby and get to represent the racetrack.
We're up against the clock.
Oh, sorry. It's just amazing. And I just think it's so great that Five Flags does it. And there's my opinion.
And you'll see it Friday here on Racing America.
Every legend has a story. Every story a hero. Before their destinies were written, they raced here in the Snowball Derby. Busch, Elliott, Waltrip, Earnhardt, Wallace, and Ballard, modern-day legends of racing. This year, who will history smile upon? The most prestigious short track race in America takes place December 1st through 4th at Five Flags Speedway. For event information, visit snowballderby.com. Legends start here.
Communication is key in the racing world. When it comes to at-the-track communications, there is only one place to call. Racing Electronics is the #1 source for professional race communications worldwide. Over 20 years in the business proves their dedication to the sport. With every driver and crew communication, two-way radios and headsets, scanners and more, Racing Electronics is a one-stop communication source for all your motorsports needs. Before the green flag flies, make sure you have all your team communication gear from Racing Electronics. Stop by and see a Racing Electronics representative at the track near you. Visit their showroom in Concord, North Carolina, or order online at racingelectronics.com.
Hooters and racing go together like killer wings and ice-cold beer. Racing has been at the core of Hooters' DNA from the beginning. Whether it's backing the best drivers or serving up the best food on race day, race fans know Hooters is the real deal. Big screens, great food, good times. Hooters, the official home of race fans.
Well, we want to thank all of our guests today for joining us. And as always, I can't remember who they were. So we want to thank Ty Majeski, Joe Gentry, Marty Mello, Hunter Weaver, and of course, his distant cousin, Matt Weaver. We don't know what they are, but somewhere down the line, there's a couple of Weavers that started the whole thing. So we'll leave it at that. So next week, we'll be on the day before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And we'll be talking about the Bigley, probably a little bit about the Snowball Derby, and of course the Turkey Derby, which is going to be here on Racing America, as we told you in the last segment. We're excited about that. So still got a lot of work to do here.
Oh, yeah. And that's the last Bullring in studio before the Derby, right?
Correct.
Oh, geez.
Correct.
We got a lot to
do.
do.
And after the Derby, we're going to have our short track award show here. And we've got a little deal like Vanna White where you'll be able to touch things. And you'll be able to wear your one of their Miss Snowball Derby pageant dresses.
I have the perfect one.
Well,
I already have my outfit planned.
All right. Well, that's going to be exciting. So for all of us here, I'm Alan Dietz, and she's Jess Ballard. And we'll see you here on the Bullring next week.
The 55th Annual Snowball Derby at Five Flags Speedway. It's the pavement every driver wants to race. 300 laps. Only one driver can take home the title. Don't miss your chance to watch history. Only on Racing America and racingamerica.com.
HMS Motorsport is the leader in motorsport safety and the exclusive importer for Schroth belts and Schubert helmets. When risk is around every corner, let our experts help you select the best harness belts, head restraints, helmets, and racing attire for your type of racing. Don't make safety an afterthought. We have 25 years of experience of educating our customers on all aspects of driver safety and providing the most advanced driver safety products to NASCAR, IndyCar, sprint cars, and sport cars. Visit our stores in Mooresville, North Carolina, or Danvers, Massachusetts, or check us out online at hmsmotorsports.com to learn the details of our products and, of course, order online.
Get up on your feet, race fans.
Can you believe it? Right now, racing, in my opinion, is as healthy as it's been in the last 15 to 20 years.
Just wanting to make that first lap.
Go!
Race fans, it is time for the 2022 Bill Bigley Senior Memorial 128 from 417 Southern Speedway. Saturday, November 26th, live on Racing America. Watch the best super late model drivers from the state of Florida and around the country battle side by side for 128 laps and a $30,000 payday. You can check out all the racing action live on Racing America.